welcome back to Review Station here at Jubilee Road. In today's video we're going to be looking at the all-new Rapido Trains UK BR 1500 pannier tank, DCC sound fitted. Yeah, so I've been really looking forward to these. They have been quite a long time in the making. I've always been a rather big fan of these locomotives. So in today's video we'll be looking at what we get in the box. We'll be taking a closer look at the locomotive to see the quality, the finish. We'll be giving the loco its first run straight out of the box, listening to the DCC sound fitted, and giving it first run at the end of the video around the layout. So let's get straight into it then. What do we get in the box? Well, as pretty much as all locomotives these days, we get a parts bag. There's quite a few bits and pieces in there. There's realistic couplings, it looks like to be fire irons, we've got brake hoses and all the rest of it. I'll look through that a bit later to see if I'm going to fit any of these parts. I probably will. And then we have obviously the manual as always. You can see the WR15XX Western region, I would imagine the WR stands for. Owner's manual, if you just quickly open it up, you know, it's the usual. It's got the sound fitting, it's got oiling points, and this at the back, it's a rather nice 1500 number on the front there. So yeah, not too much to look at in the box, and there is the loco itself. So let's take a look at the details and finish of this new locomotive. As always, let's start at the front of the locomotive. We do have the coupler already fitted, which is a usual tension lock coupler. We do have, as you can see, sprung buffers. You can see there where you can fit the extra detail parts in the middle of the buffer beam. The buffer beam has got plenty of rivet details going on. We've got loads of lamp irons across the front of the buffer beam as well. If we make our way up, we do have the shed code, separately fitted smoke box door dart, and we also have the number, which this particular example is 1505. We also have the curved metal handrail around the front of the smoke box and running down to the sides as well. So overall, this is looking very nice already. Carry on then down the side of the locomotive, and this really is a rather complicated locomotive for its size. There is an awful lot of going on, different shapes and lines and details on this, and overall I think Rapido captured it really well. So the cylinders then are really quite large for this kind of locomotive, and again they've done really well with the red lining on them as well there. Looking really nice. If we slowly move the locomotive this way, you can see that complicated valve gear this pannier tank has. Really rather smart, and I would imagine that's going to look really nice while the locomotive is running. You can see the handrail I mentioned earlier on, and also we do have another lamp iron there on the front of the smoke box as well. The detail underneath the tanks, you can see all the different pipework, all looks to be very well fitted, nothing loose or anything like that, all looks really nice. We got the BR crest there on the tank printed to a very high standard, along with the lining around the tanks as well. Obviously the wheels do look really nicely modelled, and also, as I said, the valve gear is actually metal. There's not much plastic going on there that I can tell. So if we come to the cab area of the model, you got the number printed on the side there, which is 1505. Obviously the cab area is all lined, very well done. We got the cab steps, and there are also, as you can see, steps going up the side of the coal bunker here, done really well. So yeah, this model is looking really rather smart. Here we are then at the rear of the locomotive, and it's pretty much the same story here. We got loads of lamp irons fitted there. They all look to be done really nicely. Sprung buffers, more of the location holes for the extra parts. Handrails up towards the top of the coal bunker and at the sides, and the coupling is already pre-fitted. And I do like the slats over the windows there on the rear of the cab. That really rather nice. It does come with a very extensively detailed cab interior on this locomotive, but it being an all-enclosed cab, it's actually hard to film. But you can just see it there, all the details are there. And also this locomotive does have operating cab. I know you call them windows, you can just see it there. You can move these across. I wouldn't call it a door because the door is quite obviously there. I guess it's just sort of to enclose the cab, whether in winter conditions, I don't know. But I believe that's a first in the model railway, especially in 00 gauge. Now the locomotive is down on the layout for the first time. Now, this is a digitally sound fitted locomotive, so it already has that decoder pre-fitted. The motor, it looks to be really quite good that I've seen, and it is fitted with a nice large flywheel, so we shouldn't have much running problems with this locomotive. And you might just be able to see the firebox glow is actually on at the moment. You might be able to see that, but here is a closer up shot in the corner of the screen, so you can see that it's particularly nice in here. It's got a nice proper sort of realistic glow on this one. We're going to go in reverse as always, and I will be running it with my Gauge Master controller at 128 speed steps, just to see how smooth this locomotive is. Let's increase the power then. I'm going to put it on speed step 1 and see if we get any movement. So here we go. So this is speed step 1. Oh wow. Ah, now it seems to have stalled there. Not sure the reason. Let's give it a bit of a... This locomotive isn't very happy there, is it? Let's see. I'm not sure what it is. Let's see if we can get it to... Yeah, it doesn't want to move, does it? Oh. Doesn't like this piece of track for whatever reason. I don't know why it's not. No, it really doesn't want to run backwards here at all. Oh dear. No. Well, this has got to be one of the first locos out of the box that doesn't actually want to run. No, it really doesn't. I wonder what the reason is for that. It just is no... Let me move it forward and see if I can... Just keep stalling. Well, this is not very good, guys, is it? No. Let's turn the speed up a little bit and see if we get... There we go, I'm going up to speed step 5 to see if we can get it running a bit more. No. It just doesn't want to run, does it? That's really not good. What a shame that this one doesn't want to run at all. No, it just keeps stalling. Let's have a look. Can I see anything? No, the wheels are not looking too dirty. I can't see it there. Let's check the track. No, the track seems fine as well. It's just the loco does not want to run. Oh, hang on. No. Let's try in the front way direction and see if it's any better going... Let me just move it further down for you. Let's see if it goes forward. No, doesn't go this way either. Well, this really is quite a shame. The locomotive, as you could see in that first running test, just would not sustain any running whatsoever. It wouldn't. It would move a few inches and stop. It came back the other way, did exactly the same. I cleaned the track, just in case it was that. I looked at the wheels, just in case it had dirty wheels, because it's not unheard of for brand new models to have dirty wheels. It's not that. So, I don't really know what the issue is, and it's now got worse. The locomotive is on speed step, I think it's 15 right now, because obviously it's a 1500. That was just unintentional, nothing. It's absolutely dead. The firebox glow isn't working, the sound is stopped working, and the motor is. I honestly don't know. There's no life. There's nothing. It's not trying to move. There's no motor noise. It's just absolutely dead. It's a real shame, isn't it? I don't know what happened here. And unfortunately, I've spotted a couple of other problems just to make it... There's a glue mark on the side tank here. And another one just up there. What a shame. So what I'm going to do, obviously I'm going to send this back via the retailer, and I am going to keep you up to date with the whole process and see how Rapido reacts with sending this loco back to them, and hopefully they either fix this one or give me a new locomotive. I really don't know what has happened here. I have watched other reviews and they are having similar issues with detailing. In my opinion, I think the factory that Rapido has used here has let them down massively with this locomotive. If I was Rapido, and if you're watching, I would have a serious word with that factory who have used to build these, because I'm sorry, they're not good enough. I don't think it's Rapido's fault here. They've designed a really nice locomotive. It should be really nice quality, but as I said, the factory has completely let them down. But Rapido, please do quality control on your models. You should not be sending models out really in this condition. You should have checked them. In this day and age, we are spending an awful lot of money on these models. You should be checking them. But in this instance, I really don't think it's Rapido's fault. As I said, the factory, in my opinion, seems to have really let them down. Well, that review didn't end the way I wanted it to. Sorry for talking so long, but I had to get this across. This is the first ever locomotive I have had here that completely refuses to run in a review. First time ever. But hopefully, Rapido, you can sort this issue out with mine, and we'll get it back to the layout and give it a second chance, and I'll be back with that video as soon as I get the locomotive back. So thank you very much for watching today. Unfortunately, not so good ending. I'll be back here at Jubilee Road or on location very soon. Bye everyone.